Hello again, this is Verde, and today we're playing this thing. Yeah, this thing. I have an idea in mind, and I am playing this guy mostly because I like him, honestly. You know, he covers my grounds against bosses, he has a somewhat acceptable... He has a somewhat acceptable starting spells. You know, it is not great by any means, but at the same time, he is good at the early game and at the late game. You know, so there is that. Let me get more health. Most times I do get a Scarlet Room on the first map. You know, therefore it is good to have more health. So we can trade more. We could trade our we could like fuse our arrows at the forge, but I don't think it's worth it to just do that, you know. I actually think we lose a little bit of DPS. Shop is nice. Shop gives us a little bit of a choice. So, do I want prism cores? Prism cores are good. This helps a bit, but I don't think so. Want something a little bit more run defining, you know? Like, I like Duet for our current situation. And other than Duet, yeah, let's try to do a questionable thing, which would be to do this. Not this, this. Basically, yeah. Our spells now, our arrows, explode. Which is nice, you know. Not the best thing in the world, really. But yeah, I gotta turn off that steam thing. How do I turn it off permanently? I'll figure that out later. Right now, I just set myself to offline, and I know that it works. You know? That Steam overlay. Yeah, I kind of like what we have here. Freezing, nice. You know, of course, I would rather prefer if my initial projectile could have a little bit more damage. Something like that star thing would be very nice. You know? Please, let's see. What do we have? Nothing good, really. That other one there is very good if you are doing the opposite of what I am doing right now, which is we are turning our slimes blue. We are using code to remove the element from the slime. That is actually cool. Like, removing the element from them makes it so that they do nothing. And I rather prefer when they do nothing over when they do something such as poisoning me or slowing me or I don't know. All damage dealt, relic option. It's early enough. Let's go for more relics. Yeah, we are rather weak. You can probably tell, right? But at least we got some cool explosions. Right? What do we have here? Sure, let's reduce all damage taken. That one is not bad. Okay. Ouch. So it's diagonal. I think the here is fine. Diagonal up. Yes, diagonal up was the answer to that. Honestly, it did cost a key and an HP, in order for me to get that. Not really worth it, to be honest. But hey, we cannot choose those decisions before we take them, right? If we could, then our decisions might be different. Anyway, let's visit the shop again to see if we can find anything interesting. This one is rather interesting, you know. It is quite strong, but it is quite expensive in terms of MP too. Like, take a look at this. Honestly, doable. And when we miss, it does other things. Not bad. So, it is a rare. It is a little bit easier for it to upgrade. Another one of these. Thank you. Let's see if we... Let's get the key and move. Actually, let's not move on. There are some plants to be killed. There we go. All the plants will eventually be killed. That is a little bit slow, but it is very strong. You cannot tell me otherwise. Just wish it exploded a little bit faster after hitting my enemies. Because I can see some very mobile, especially bosses, running out of it, you know. And another thing, we could use meteors. Is it a wealth potion? Yes. We could use meteors. The issue with meteors is that they might hit us, which is something that I rather avoid. You know? I would rather prefer if the meteors did not hit us. Yeah, when they don't hit, they are also pretty strong, so... Like, I wouldn't... And also, this thing has a neat property, because it inherits damage, right? So perhaps I could do this. Yeah, it would inherit 30% of the meteor damage. It is just a little bit more expensive. So water meteors is what we are having. So there was a theory for water genesis in Earth that said that most water was brought to us via meteorites. I don't know. I do not know if that is true or not. I don't care really, but I personally don't care. However, we're kind of doing that, right? We are summoning meteors with our full of water, I suppose. So this boss will be rather hard to hit. But if we don't hit, well, those things will grow and perhaps, just perhaps, grow into some cool things. I would prefer not to be poisoned. And it would, actually, we can do this to deal a little more damage. And butt slam him. Honestly, enjoy the butt slam for some reasons, and one of them is the fact that it can quickly move me to any position of the map, regardless of anything, really. Oh, this is just good for our purposes. So we got bigger water, more water. Great. You got... Excuse me, I would like to remove that. Yeah, we got bigger water. Whatever that may mean. Anyway, let's keep going. We did not get a Scarlet Room. That's fine. Honestly, I think this build might be a little bit too slow for a Scarlet Room. Oh, this water thing destroys armor. Good to know. You know? Yeah, eventually it will destroy the entire map, you know? It just takes its time. Like, look at that. You know? It grows pretty interestingly. So, what do we have here? I would rather prefer the economy one. And we are probably spending here, right? Right, so let's drink it. Great. Uh-huh. I would like a spell that has a very big amount of damage. Does this work? This is flight speed. It shouldn't work with the water gut thing, right? Right? No idea. Another one of these? I don't know. Another meteor, so bigger meteors. I don't think that's what we are into, is it? Let's grab it anyway. Yeah, nothing interesting, so let's keep going for more health. Like, best case scenario, it doesn't hit anything initially and explodes later for a lot of damage. So I guess having the arrow there is very much bad for our situation. Because we want the water to not hit. Weirdly enough. Oh, refresh potion. So we can just do that, right? Also, we can now do another cool thing. Which is this. You know, I think that is a little bit cooler than what we had previously. So let's go with that. You know, I think that's a lot cooler, really. We can, like... Yeah, we can throw swords at people in a weird way. And that benefits a lot from this. Why wasn't I using that anyway? And this? Like, why wasn't I using those spells? I feel like this game might be one of those where the player is constantly screened by the ones watching it, because it is very easy to make mistakes in this game. I can say you that much. I'm really not sure if this is so much better than the water thing, but it's funnier. And I got that at least. Oh, there is a skull guy. I think perhaps the meteors are a little bit better because they are a little bit faster in doing what they want. Magnifying glass, sure. Oh. This basically allows us for using meteors in a more violent way, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So let's try that. Let's try to meteorize. Like, we can now even do meteors that summon further meteors. You know? If we wanted to. Well, right now we are doing meteors that summon swords. Which is weird in itself, really. See, we barely take any damage from the meteors, which is nice. We could do this for a meteor that spawns another meteor. I think it's pretty neat, actually, because the other one the second one gets more damage. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. So let's see. We have this thing going on. Oh, very hard puzzle, isn't it? I wouldn't complete it myself. I wouldn't be able to complete it myself. So let's go here. Let's take that curse, whatever it might be. Let's remove it. Let's take the relic that it gave us. Let's take this thing. We can actually drink this. Yeah. I don't actually know if there is any benefit from doing this the way we are doing, like... And honestly, it is kinda neat, and I wanted to use that do it thing for a while. Hello, Deceiver Type 2. Aren't you a Type 2 of Deceiver? Whatever that might mean. Well, that is an upgraded Force Crystal. If I ever saw one. Yeah, let's get that, so we can upgrade it later. Well, when we get to a forge, I mean. The fact that this freezes kinda helps, right? The whole deal. I don't know if a meteor with more meteors is a good thing. What about a meteor with... That was bad. That was really bad. Yeah, let's have more meteors. Bigger meteors. Crunchier meteors. Whatever that might mean. So the second meteor does not trigger more mana costs, which is nice. You know, sure, let's make bigger meteors. Let's fuel the whole map with meteors. Right, why not? Let's hit the whole map with some meteors. So what are the benefits from doing this instead of a volley? You know? Because the volley incurs some cost reduction. While I believe this one does not. However, this one increases the damage from the second one. So there is that. Difficult. Oh, this puzzle is a puzzle that was not trivialized by my butt. Thank you. A rare plus. You wouldn't. So... we have some good spells, not gonna lie. And I have an issue, which is we are getting... when we get hit by our things, they freeze us. Which is something that I would rather not happen. You know? Even though it doesn't do as much damage. As you know, getting hit by an enemy. There we go. Yeah, sure, let's get the finite gloves. And another relic. Why not, right? These fights are being a little bit harder than I honestly would want them to be. I find it very funny that those conjoined eyes cannot be frozen. You know? A little bit. There we go. The finite gloves killing some things. Finite gloves actually means that if I can stall for long enough, I can basically win every fight against a non-boss, I would say. I actually like this one quite a lot. Even though it is one of those guys, which I forgot the name of. Yeah. An on-Q effect, yes. Even though it is an on-Q effect, and I don't particularly like on-Q effects on this game, because they are mostly useless on the last map. Yeah, in that case, we'll let it pass. I need a Forge video game, in case you haven't noticed it. Excuse me, Knight? Can you not do that? That one I don't think is fair. This one has more damage than the Meteor. But getting it would also mean that all Meteors would be melee. And I would rather that not happen to me. Yeah, the game just doesn't want me to get a Forge, it seems. Great. Anything here we want? Well, another Meteor is just a level 2 Meteor. Great. Would like another duet, if possible. It's not looking likely, but yeah, it wasn't possible, but sure. Got another Meteor. That was better than expected, really. No potion shop. And yeah, we need a Forge video game. I know I passed up a Forge earlier, but the situations have changed a little bit ever since. You know? At least this next one is not a boss, but I don't think it is a Forge. Oh yeah, I forget that I can butt slam people. Keep forgetting that. There we go. Another problem solved by the butt slam. Honestly, good enough. Any more crates here? Yeah, usually when we only have one option, is very rarely is something that we have to spend money on to get any. I don't know the precise rates for that, but I know that it doesn't happen all that often. Honestly, the water meteors weren't even that bad. Let's try to bring them back, shall we? Look at that size of that explosion. I mean, that is cool. You know, I kind of don't like the fact that we have to wait forever. But honestly, I can dig that. And the fact that the initial meteor freezes helps. Helps set up for the explosion. I wonder if there is any benefit from the ground being soaked in the water to having lightning effects. I don't know. Kind of feels like it would. Otherwise, why would that be a soaking in water effect? Reset potion. Any potion we don't particularly like. Honestly, bloodthirsty gaze. Honestly, we got an even worse relic, so that's that. We got no forges this time around. Game is just straight up refusing to give us forges. You know, we should fire like in the middle of the screen right there. And also, we should headbutt as often as we can. I don't think the guy can avoid the explosions if they happen there. You know? That was a lot of dodges, however that happened. And also, let me try to do this. And honestly, it is just because it has a little bit more damage than the meteor. I suppose this one has. But it also costs a lot of more. So never mind. How come this guy doesn't take extra damage from water? I know he's a spirit and whatnot, but still. It takes damage from my farts. Or whatever that was. That butt slam is the strongest thing in the universe. You cannot tell me otherwise. I don't know who dodged what there, by the way. Need the forge as soon as possible, really. There we go. But slamming them to death. That's a strategy. Doing stuff while standing still, it's nice and all. This one increases scatter, do we care? It has a very frequent interval and lots of slots, so I don't really care. Let's make very big water meteors that flood the entire world at once. That sounds interesting. Good. Oh, there you go, a forge. Thank you, video game. Wanted that for a very long time. As you can probably tell by the number of things I just upgraded. Like my meteor, which now does a little bit more damage and spawns more meteors. There is that, right? Yeah. They launch small meteors. Now I wonder, would that be any good? Oh, I need to hit it. There is that. But it's not bad, per se. Would that be any good? I think so. Costs a lot of MP, but kinda nice, really. What about this? A lot of MP, once again. Yeah, let's keep using whatever we were using, right? I would rather want to re-roll this guy into perhaps this. How would this work? Goes into a specific direction. I don't think I like that. You know, unless we got something like radius or something. Sword of Judgment. He usually has a lot, very low damage, but since the damage is increased by that guy's damage, I don't know. Oh, this is great and all. Because this guy has a lot of damage. I don't know if this is strong at all or not, you know, but we can use that to deal a lot of damage. Yo, the thing is, this guy has a lot of MP costs, and this one does as well. But the explosion, because of how it works, kind of want to keep my Meteor Plus. Perhaps even doing... My issue right now is the scatter. It's a little bit too high for my tastes. Second Magic Vine? You know, I dig it. Oh yeah, and this. Second Magic Vine, you know, I dig it. And this one ensures me that I will be hitting my things. I love how... Not bad at all. I don't take a lot of indiscriminate damage. But the thing is this enough? Oh, funny. It is very good at hitting enemies, it seems. Not very good at hitting crates or other things. But honestly... Because, well, I have a level 2 of this. Perhaps I'm re-rolling some normals, but I don't have any normal plus, do I? Perhaps let's work into that. This machine is about to explode. There we go. Let's go into that shop. Another meteor for later use. Sure. What do we have here in terms of usable things? Another arcane explosion would be a level 2 arcane explosion. I don't know if the radius would increase. Yeah, I don't know, but I will purchase it. Black hole. Black hole. Wait a second. Black hole. Black hole. Black hole with a lot of damage is a monster, right? Yeah. Black hole. Let's try to do that. Black hole. Anyway, I got a little bit carried away by the idea of a black hole, but look at that. A freezing black hole that deals a lot of damage. And we can charge it. Black hole that deals 25 damage twice a second. About 50 DPS. Is that a lot? Probably not. But that could be. You know, and we can use a lot of it. It is quite cheap. No. I'm entertained by the idea. Actually, now that I think about it, could I do something stupid like this? Would that black hole be even stronger if this guy was stronger? I wonder. Perhaps the opposite. But then, like a black hole that when it ends, but it creates the wrong position, which is bad, right? Wasn't not all that bad. Not all that bad. Let me get more coins, you know, because coins are good. So, another vine. Yeah, let's not do that. Twin cast. Would the twin cast work in this situation here? Like, multi-shot, whatever it's called. Like, if I do this, would my initial shot... Yeah, it does create 2 black holes. Now, the matter is, do we want 2 black holes? Don't really know, if I'm honest with you. Mouse-guided black hole. Not all that sure. Sure, let's get more money. That's a lot of more damage. For free, really. But it just messes with my idea of creating a black hole with like a singular black hole that dealt a lot of damage, but to be honest, binary system seems fine. And it goes after enemies, which is funny. And perhaps some hover too. Like here. Could help. You know, black hole staying it in place for a few more seconds. Seems like a good thing. 4 seconds. We can also, like, spam them. And when we are out of MP, we hold them to have a stronger one. Interesting. Interesting take. Please be one of those puzzles that we have to move. It wasn't. It is one of the puzzles that we have to think. Thankfully, I am very good think. No, I'm not. I'm just did that on an accident, really. Oh, I love this thing. Here, take my water. I don't want my water anymore. Concentrated spell, huh? This one is rather interesting because it reduces the radius of my spell quite significantly, but it increases its damage. You know, now we have a black hole that deals a lot more damage than it used to. And we can have even stronger black holes that way. We just need to increase their radiuses. I'm going for meteors, I suppose. If I had a meteor... Oh! That is interesting. Let's try to do that. Let's try to make that work, shall we? We want a big AoE. Forge would be nice. Let's reforge that into another Meteor Plus, huh? Let's first of all craft that to... I like where this is going. I do like where this is going. Oh, this is rare. I haven't noticed. I do enjoy where this is going. Wait, let's stop and think here. Do we want this? Very small meteors, which with a stupid amount of damage. Or, hear me out. The meteors can still be strong and have their damage and everything like that, but they can create a black hole there when they pop. But I don't think this guy... Yeah, it does affect both. You know, so there's that conundrum, I will call it that way. That's a Parasite Plus. Precise shot. Not bad. I'm looking... Actually, do I have any damage boost? No, I don't, so that's somewhat strong. These are normals, right? Yes. Nothing useful. Oh, this is useful. This now inherits 60% of the damage. Black holes just got a lot stronger. Look at this. They're dealing 45 damage. Don't you like 45 damage? Well, we can also do this monstrosity. Which is not all that good, really. Because the meteors are very small. So, where is my black hole? Oh, there we go. I think that instead of the second one there... Oh, I'm out of money. Never mind. Are they, like, following the enemies? That's interesting. They seem like they are. The meteors. I think against a single enemy like this one, I would rather prefer if I had a meteor. Yeah. I think the freezing part of it is not doing a lot. Perhaps this would lower its cost a little bit. I don't know. What about this combination? Still don't know. This combination seems fine. As long as there are no more... My issue right now is mostly this. Because it's making my black holes target weird stuff. You know? And also I forget that I can just butt slam my boss out of existence. That helps. So 1 Spirit Plus is a rare plus, so I will be getting that and that laser. Thank you very much. Thing is, this guy is not affected by this guy. This is final damage, I say. We need to increase the radiuses. A lot. Like, fall is a possibility. Fall is a nice possibility. You know, it is a cheap level 1 spell that can do precisely what we need. Oh, this confusion thing, I hate it. Honestly, you know what we need right now? Pandora's box. We're in the dire need of some Pandora's box. You know? Not dying to that is something also useful. Black holes are dealing a lot of damage, however, they're not as strong as they needed to be. As they need to be. I mean. Yeah, sure. What is that? HP to coins? Yeah, there is some coins. You know? Like this guy. Yeah, please stay there like you currently are. And use that attack, whatever that might be. This build is actually pretty... Oh! Money. Yeah, I was looking mostly towards the money here. This is good enough money so that we can benefit from going to the shop. And purchasing, I don't know. Oh, another AoE boost is basically a damage boost for us. See, 233, it increases to a bit. Not all that much, really. But it does increase us a bit. Yeah, we were looking at after this one. You know, because that allows us to be a lot more reckless with our use. Now we want as many expansion stones as we could possibly get, because that is just more mana for us. You know, we consume expansion stones in order to acquire more mana. A relic, thank you. And we got the worst relic that we ever had. Very nice of you, isn't it? So capacity expansion stones are just more MP. There is no other way of calling them. And we could try to, if we got enough money, the next forge, we could try to force... yeah, when we have this enough of MP, with this amount of MP, this build becomes a lot stronger. Who would have thought, really? Who would have thought? Oh, and another one of these. Here, take more water. I know you're thirsty. You know? Sure. Spell size. Do keep in mind that it tells size, not radius. So some fun stuff might happen. But I do think that it affects the black holes. Let's gamble our health away. For rare plus, I wouldn't mind. So next thing is a battle. So let's not be as reckless. Normal plus. Would love a P box. You know, but I don't think I'm getting a P box anytime soon. Sure, let's just gamble one more time. After this one, of course. Yes. Sure. The next one, we won't do it. Because we are responsible gamers. That gamble responsibly, right? Let's go. Oh yeah, we got a curse. What about no? I don't like curses. We got very fat meteors. and that create very fat black holes. We're basically grabbing black holes from the stratosphere and throwing them into our enemies. Very gracefully, very violently. Not very gracefully, really. You know? I wonder if the meteor is the best spell for that. Because, well, damage. There is damage. Damage is a thing that we should consider. But there is also another thing we should consider, which is radius. Because its radius is increased by how much... Its damage is increased by how much radius does it have. You know? So, yeah. I got cursed. I don't like being cursed. I should not use that much MP while he is invulnerable. Now I should use all of my MP on him. You know, I have a lot of damage. That part I got covered. Got myself covered. Now, the wordless is interesting because standing still. Let's do that. And honestly, we're mostly interested in having Forge. Forge is nice. We do have a lot of pretty spells needed to be rerolling. Needing some rerolling. If I get that right. So, we have a single spell prototype which we can use to boost up our vine. That vine tree is so... Oh. Well, that's great. That's bigger, right? Like, what are their radius? Oh no, the radius is the same. Fall would be great as a normal plus. You know? Actually, I think we benefit more from normal pluses right now if we could get the right ones, which is always the problem. You know, like that is, say, 273 plus 60% of that, whatever that may be. It increases, you know, increases a bit. Not a whole lot, but a bit. We now have 2 hover pluses and 2 star pluses. I think we will reroll. If we could get a normal into a rover, which we didn't. There we go. That was juicy. Now we have a hover plus plus, which in fair we could transform into another hover plus plus. Okay, that wasn't all that great, but honestly, if I could make those guys a little bit slower, actually, that would be fantastic. But honestly, this map, this thing was pretty good overall. You know, I used a lot of money to get it to this stage, but still. And also, I like it a lot that the auto nav kind of makes it so that the meteors always hit, you know? And this guy has a pretty low cooldown, all things considered. Please be one of those puzzles that I have to go around a very difficult maze. And this increases my radius, which increases my damage. Why is my damage a little bit lower than it was? I don't know. No, it wasn't. Well, I love that relic. Let's see. Oh. Okay. No curse that immediately makes my eye go bloom, but purification potion. There's a way of getting rid of it, of them, because we have quite a lot of curses right now. You know? But none of those are real all that much of an issue. None of those are something to write home about, I would say. Yeah, I really enjoy whatever we are doing. And keep in mind, our radius should be twice as big as they currently are. You know? Shop. The issue is, with my current curses and my current money, don't forget, people, being poor is a curse. You know? Yeah, with my current money and my current curses, why is my damage of the black hole increasing? Does it... Oh, effects radius increases over time. I see. I see. So hear me out. Hear me out. We could make a black hole that lasts so long, but so long, that its radius gets so big that its damage gets insane. What about that? I think, first of all, let's test something. Does the hover, not that hover, how much time is that hover? 5 whole seconds. Good grief. When they hover, do they keep expanding? They sure look like they are. The thing is, the hover is an issue for the meteors. So we need to make something in regard to that. Yeah, we need to move some things around. Like, the meteors should be here. The meteors should not hover. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, look at that. They're getting so big. Now I need black hole tree, don't I? To make this reach its full potential. But how? I don't really care about... Because its damage is increasing quite a lot. Look at that. Not sure how I will get black hole tree, but I will. I could reroll that, but I don't think I will. Nothing good, really. Forge. Forge is, well, a source. You know what? Sure. Let's go. We are now in the forge. We need, first of all, to reroll this wand into something useful. Spell Prot Plus. That is, by definition, something useful. A vine. A meteor. I could use that to make a meteor tree, but I'm a little bit more interested in black hole tree. If I can have it. Come on, plants. Give me the money. Give me your lunch money, plants. You didn't. Well, we are one black hole plus away from having a black hole tree. That's a black hole that increases very I suppose it increases faster. Actually, I don't have an idea if it actually does. But if my theory is correct, and that black hole increases in size faster than my current black hole, you know, then I will be very happy. I don't like that I kinda need to get near these guys, but getting near them is bad for me because, well, sure, that helps. halfway through. What do we have here that would be useful for us? Not much. Like, yeah, that is useful. Sure, let's spin it once. Not really all that great. We should not have spawned that, all that. But we do have an emergency potion. Which is a lot of... yeah. That sure will save me. It's a lot of whatever that is. Pretty fascinating how we didn't get any expansion stones up until now. I'm alright. Keep in mind, these radius are 50% reduced. They should be twice as big, basically. Quite literally, in fact. What do we have here? Please be good. We got an area boost plus, which is basically 1 extra slot on everything. Like, not really an extra slot. And we got a few area pluses, so let me do that. At area boost plus, it can have... what would be a thing that would be good on anything, really? This, yellow. Yeah, I mean, not like it would be bad, just saying. Shop is kind of useless with our current selection of money. Current amount of money. You know, yeah, but... yeah, let's do it like that. I have an issue with these rabbits, which is... I need to use the meteors in order to trigger black holes. And I need to use the meteors in order to increase the black hole damage quite significantly. So I believe I should use the meteors. Right? But in order to use the meteors, well, I don't want to get close to enemies. Right? I just used a defensive butt slam over there. What is going on with the world? I find these attacks pretty confusing if I had to dodge them for my life. You know? Reforge potion. That has some good implications, alright? So... there are some normal pluses which could be very good for us. So I suppose I will reroll those. And that, not the prototype though. Anything else I want to reroll? Anything else I want to keep? Not really, let's go. Nothing good at all. Great. Actually, this is good. Oh god, it is so close to being done. Then I think I will be able to do it, right? Yay. And I was well compensated. There we go. Was very well compensated for my incredible skill over there. You know, I have now a fiery star that is able to do a lot. You know, look at how much damage and how big AoE. That is fantastic news. Oh, and a very easy puzzle to make myself a little bit more comfortable. Actually, hear me out. This green needs to get out and needs to go between those blues to get here. Therefore, that blue needs to go somewhat around here. And that green needs to do here. This one was quite difficult, I'm not gonna lie. And I was well compensated, I got a parasite. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was a very good compensation, but it is a parasite plus plus. Something tells me that this map in particular will not be that hard. You know? Especially because those guys are growing. What do we have here? Oh! Hear me out. This one is good. The other, not so much. So let's see. The forge is so tempting, but we don't have money all that much. Let's go to the forge anyway. Let's see what we can get, right? Let's gamble. Yeah, a black hole. Now we got a black hole tree. In fact, radius increases over time. Let's take a look. How much increase are we speaking of? Look at that damage. Max DPS 900. 9,000. Good number. Not bad at all. I wish I had more rare pluses to upgrade, but I don't. Therefore, well, not the end of the world, right? Isn't this like better? Oh, but yeah, that it has that issue. That's my enlarge thing. The enlarge thing is kind of free, you know. The enlarge spell is kind of free. So my spell radius increased, which made my DPS increase. As you can see, the max DPS there is on the 10,000s, which is not bad. Remember, we can do this, just to be sure, you know? We can reach... I think we can reach 100,000 DPS. No, we couldn't, but we were close. We were close. Oh, and that is an expansion stone. Yeah, I love expansion stones. Love myself some expansion stones. So what do we have left? We could get a better wand, so that this whole thing is a little bit better. And keep in mind, this guy, 60% of that, 360 extra. Honestly, is that really worth it? Because it is like 2 whole slots for that. And I could just do this. You know? And I could use those 2 whole slots for something like this. Which, well, yeah, it already increases. And also this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful, whatever that is? 200,000 DPS, 400,000 DPS. That's 500,000 DPS. Keep in mind, the last boss of the game has about 3 million health. So if I could, not saying that I will be able to, but if I could hit it constantly with this kind of things, he wouldn't be particularly... What's happening? Oh, I have no money. Okay. He wouldn't be particularly well off. I would say that much. You know? I think those guys are toast. Yeah, I don't even need to do anything about that. Which is incredible. Let me eat my relic. My daily dose of relics. Anything here I do want? No, but... This is some damage. I currently don't have any damage ups. Well, I have this, but... It doesn't do much. Hello, rabbits. I don't need to use my... my thing anymore, and I can very quickly cover the map. Yeah, this is interesting, to say the least. Hear me out, the shop would be great, but I don't have money. So, perhaps another thing. These guys are usually a problem because their head blocks something, I don't know. But here, we have superior firepower. Superior firepower. You know? Superior firepower solves a bunch of things. What would we like? Well, more hover plus? I think hover is a little bit better than this. And also, do we really need them to follow my enemies? I mean, you saw the sizes of those things, right? But at the same time, we don't have all that much money. So I would enjoy having a better wand than I currently have. This wand certainly is doing a lot. You know, even though we are not equipping it. Is that witness thing increasing our AoE? Fantastic. And I think though that guy that I'm about to honestly destroy, he will drop me a wand, which is very good from him, you know. The Abyssal Lord. Hello, Abyssal Lord. Any particular last wishes? You know, the thing is, the DPS takes a little bit to get there. Advanced... Oh. 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 Stellar Drift. That's just a nice name for whatever I'm doing. You know, this one, yeah, it had reduced something. This one has MP cost doubled. Okay, fine. Crit rate. So, it has increased its crit rate, which is great. Crit rate is a way of increasing my DPS a little bit. My DPS of 3000. That increases over time, by the way. Those numbers, man, those numbers. So let's put more hover in it. I think that's fair. Really, fair and balanced. Let's go through the last phase of the game. The last thing. The Ancient Throne. So what do we have here? We have a shop. We have a place that we will go through. That has... Oh. This is just nice, isn't it? Because I have 1, 2, 3 normal pluses. I have only 3 normal pluses lying around. That's... Oh, I do have 4 normal pluses. I suppose whatever I get out of that is better than... Because I will be... Don't worry, I will be re-rolling it towards something useful. The acceleration, I don't think it... This allows me to basically use the entire thing very quickly, like this. You know? And don't worry, it will keep it there for a while. Yeah, I didn't like that. Excuse me? The thing is, my max DPS is reduced because I cannot use as many spells at all. But the few spells that I am keeping there forever, growing and growing and growing, they reach 700,000 DPS. Which is not bad per se, but it could be more. That's just what I'm thinking. It's just my line of thought. I don't have the money. Perhaps there are some trees here. No, but there are those things which may drop a diamond or two. Great. So let's go. Last reroll. Last reroll. Spell prototype. Do we have anything worth? Do we have something that we... Oh. Do we have anything that we can increase with the prototypes? No? With that prototype? Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Well, that's alright. That's about the peak DPS that I will be able to do in this run, I think. Unless I get some breakthrough relics. You know? It doesn't seem all that bad, really. See, that guy existed. I can say that much. It did exist for a while. For a bit. After it hit the ground. You know? This is literally useless. So that guy, once it hit the ground, the spells might take a little bit to form, I would say. Like, to reach their full potential. But as soon as they do, they instantly kill everything. I just need to stall until that point. Oh, that point sometimes come very quickly. They are still growing in both power and radius. That's fantastic, really. So let's go to to this guy, whatever he is. And he might turn immune when his HP reaches 50%, which will be a bummer. However, well, there we go, he is immune. But as soon as he comes back, like so, his health will see some issues. Yeah, I think I managed to make somewhat of a strong build with black holes. I'm not sure. Let's say... Hello, guys. Hello, guys. I don't think you will be doing all that much for a very long time, because my black holes are increasing in size and in damage. You know, I will soon... Excuse me. Oh, there we go. Hello, Apostle. Or Apostle. I don't know your name. Okay, just know that you are about to get swallowed by some black holes. Perhaps a black hole. I don't know which black hole will swallow you. Just keep that in mind, okay? That hourglass of time is tempting, but nah. Sure, let's get more max MP. That's better. We do have a forge, so perhaps I can reroll something. What should I even reroll, though? I don't have any pluses other than the spell prototype. So yeah, sure, let's reroll the spell prototype. This is not bad. This is not bad at all, because then my black holes are a little bit more precise. When... Do I trust those words? You know... Like... hard mode. Yeah, I guess. Get the meteor is not the end of the world. You know? Oh. Yeah, I will get those diamonds. You never know when you're gonna need them, right? Better not finish the game with 0 money. I think that guy is not about to have the best time of his life. You know? Please, be a little bit quicker with your death rattle. Fine. Come a little bit closer, a little bit faster too. Otherwise you might miss the show. I am missing. That's my issue right now. That guy has 3 million HP. And according to our calculations, it can sustain a maximum DPS for 5 seconds. Great. Let's take a look at the developer, the producer, that guy. But first, let's eat the currency. Currency is nice. Hello, producer. Why do you look like a dog? Great. Now you're gonna run after me, right? Here, take some of these. You know that your arena, whatever you call it, is a little bit small. Therefore, you can't really outrun my black holes, right? They don't deal enough damage. Perhaps this became a damage battle. You know? Very weird damage battle. I could also take this. Oh, I got an emergency potion. That is actually pretty nice. And you'll see why in a second. Right, I can take this. And my health is low enough. Probably just a little bit low. Oh, first of all, I can do this. Which, well, is a good thing. Also, there is this. No. That's basically a second HP bar. Thankfully, this guy does not have that much DPS as most enemies in the game. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you like it, don't forget to use the buttons. The like, subscribe, all that thing. And I hope to see you guys next time.